Okay, so before I get started on this, I want to reiterate a couple things. One, my room's a mess right now, so don't worry about that. Just a couple things there. Anyways, I feel like I should do a summing up video of all of the legendary Pokemon I've gotten from Dynamax Adventures over the past 3 years, because I got Zygarde tonight, and now my journey's finally come to an end. I still just genuinely don't know how to feel. It's a journey I gave myself in October of 2020 when the game first released, October 22nd, 2020. And it's unreal, like the amount of time, strategy, planning, memorization, all that stuff that went into this. It's really sad, but I have memorized every single non-legendaries Pokemon movesets plus abilities in this game mode in this game off of playing it so much. I have a total of hopefully it doesn't just do that thing again. Don't do it. It did its thing again. I have a total of, if it'll load, come on, 3,355 hours into Pokemon Shield. And I have to say, about 3,000 of that is just Dynamax Adventures alone. Whether it was doing it in the back of schoolwork, doing it in the back of whatever, or just doing it while laying in bed sometimes at night. I finally made it. And I feel like I should do a recap of it all. And so this is it. The last thing I want to reiterate is that some of these I did keep track of the encounters. The others I did not, because I kind of just didn't really care to. Because I wasn't really marking them down anywhere, so it was just like, when we get them, we get them. I do know the range of some of them. Actually, I do know the range of like all of them. I don't know the exact number. So we're gonna go through this. So we have Frieza, the Articuno. I don't remember the order of which I got them in, so that's not gonna help. I'm just gonna go through them all. This is in Pokedex order. And I've tried to color coordinate with the Pokeballs. Some of them might not be, some of them are, so just bear with me. So this is Frieza, the shiny Articuno. It took me approximately, I think it was like 25 to 30 encounters. It was a fast one. We got Sparky the Zapdos. Very basic name, I know. Around 60 encounters. We got KFC the Moltres. Around 40. Silver the Mewtwo. This was one of, if not my most difficult shiny hunts in this game mode. It took me 195 encounters, and I only caught it 1/4 of the time. And I only count the encounters that I catch the Pokemon. So if I fail the encounter and I do not catch a legendary, I do not count that as an encounter. So that's what, like what's that? 390, that's 780 encounters approximately total, like, adventures for this thing. We got Diego the Raikou. I specifically remember this one, getting it in my grandma's basement when I was visiting for Christmas of December, I think it was 2021. There's another one I'll get to later that I got around the same time as it. This one is one of the earlier ones I've gotten. Like, I'd say first 10, first 15-ish. We got Saber the Entei, which was, I think it was 183. This was another long one. It wasn't because I kept failing. It's just it didn't want to shine. Waluigi the Suicune. So for those who do know and those who don't, I've always hated Waluigi. In, like, overall, he's my least favorite Mario character of all time. He's just annoying. Mario Kart ruined him for me. The entire reason he exists is just so that Luigi or Mario had a partner in Mario Tennis, and I've just never liked him. And Suicune really pissed me off when it was when I was doing for it, because it went 225 encounters, over double odds for this thing, and it just didn't shine, like, at all. and it pissed me off to the point I named it Waluigi because I was really pissed off and I hated it at the time. So yeah, we got Hot Cheeto in the mulch race. Funny story about this one. I'll get to the other half later. I was supposed to do this with somebody else, and we ended up doing something else, and they got pissed because of what happened. So I'll get to the story later, but this is one of my more memorable ones, as one of my friends from a Discord server I was originally planning to do this hunt with, and we never ended up doing it. So, Beryl, if you're watching this, I got it. We got Rosa Lugia. This is one of the first 5 I got. And I remember actually getting this Christmas of 2020. It was, my power was out, and I was just doing Dynamax Adventures on my couch at home, just with my Switch in handheld. I usually don't play in docked mode. If you know me, you'd know that. I just prefer dock mode on the TV. As you can tell, I'm filming it with my phone on the TV right now. Also, it's like 12 o'clock at night, or actually it's 10 to 1, so if my voice is low, that's why. But yeah, so Bros was one of the first ones I got. This is one of my favorites too, because it only took about 60. Oh yeah, this one took like 35. Only took like 60 encounters, which was really nice. It was a little annoying sometimes, just because it's a legendary, obviously, and that's the whole point of it. But yeah, Lemon. This one was a fun one, to be honest, because this is the one that challenged me the most. As I stated, I have memorized every single moveset ability of every Pokemon in Dynamax Adventures, and this one challenged me because of one move in particular, and that is Reflect type. It takes the typing of whatever Pokemon uses it on, so when you plan your entire thing for a Pokemon that is just going to switch its type, it really annoys you. This one took me about 32 encounters, which I think it's the exact amount, but yeah, that one was fast, so I didn't have to worry about it too much. Latias, this was the other one I got out of my grandma's at December of 2021, along with Diego Raikou. This is just a memorable one of one of the early ones I've got, nothing special about it. Willie. Oh, so this one. One of my old friends, Kendall, if you're watching this, miss you, man, but me and him, this is the one we hunted for the most together. Actually, Kyogre and Groudon, but Kyogre's the one we did together the most. And I remember Kyogre just, it specifically spited us. It would use every move possible to just piss us off and kill us, so we got it. This was with him when we got it, but I miss you, man. Like, it was so much fun doing this with you. We got Dumb Lizard. Funny story about this, tying on with Kyogre. Kendall, again, he helped me with Kyogre, I helped him with Groudon. Plus I also needed Groudon from him. He got this motherfucker in 2 encounters. Oh, my language. He got this lizard in 2 encounters when we were doing it together. And this thing just pissed me off, so I just named it Dumb Lizard. Oh, this was like 30-something encounters. Jet was like 40-something, and this was like 50. Shenron the Rayquaza. Nothing really special about this. I remember it being a lot easier than what people put it out to be. It's the only thing I remember, to be honest. And it took like 30-something encounters. So for those who don't know, my idea for the Lake Trio was to name them after the Powerpuff Girls. I'll get to the rest of the names later, and it'll be self-explanatory as we go through them, but that's why its name is Bubbles. And I specifically remember them because it was during the fun times of one of my old friend groups. And I remember doing this a lot with them, or just being in VC on Discord with them, being in a call with them, and just doing these adventures. This one, Bubbles, the Uxie, Blossom, the Mesprit, and Buttercup, the Azelf. Coincidentally, they all took like 80 to 100 encounters, which was pretty funny. But there's a Lake Trio. We got Burner, the Heatran. This one isn't really memorable. This is just one I did, and this one took about like 40 encounters. Agamotto, the Dialga. Oh, this one is the one that This is one of my favorites, but it's also one of my least favorites because of somebody who shall not remain nameless for the sake of if this video is ever published or anything like that. Long story short, I watched somebody help them do Dynamax ventures for this, and then I ended up getting it within 8 encounters. There was another legendary I'll come back to, you'll see it later, that I got, and then I started this. 4 encounters, got a shiny Combuskin. 4 encounters later, I got shiny Dialga. Agamotto is the time stone in Marvel, for those who do not know, and Dialga is the god of time in this universe. It took 8 encounters for him. This one was an annoying one. It didn't take long. It took about like 16 encounters total, but it was just extremely annoying to kill. So that's why it has the name, plus it kind of fits it. Cuddles the Giratina. This is one of my favorite ones that I've done, and favorite names. I've named them all. It took about 42 encounters, and it's just one of my favorites. It's one of the first ones I did too. Della, oh, this is an early one. Oh, this one wasn't even annoying. It took about 50 encounters. It just didn't shine. Like, it didn't shine fast, obviously. But the name comes from DuckTales. Della Duck is on the moon. Moon Duck is what Cresselia has been referred to a lot, so it kind of just worked out perfectly. This is just a static encounter that I've got, Barney, because it's pink. But anyways, moving on from that. Will, oh... the genies were one of the last shiny trios I got in this game. I have no personal liking towards them, and I kind of named them all after genies. So this, like Genie from Disney. So this one is named after live action Will Smith, so it's named Will. Took about 90 something encounters. You got Diginits because it was a biatch, and it deserved that name, and it's my least favorite of the 3, so it got the boring name of Jin, and it took like 112 encounters, something like that. Ooh, Little Z. Thank you once again to Kendall for the name for this. This one was honestly one of my more fun hunts because it was the first time I actually started using reset routes for it. And if you don't know what reset routes are, basically it's you go through a route, you play it with the perfect setup for the last Pokemon, you defeat it easily, and if it's not shiny, you reset and repeat, rinse and repeat until you get it. And this was the first one I ever did this one on, and it took 42 encounters, I'm pretty sure. And it was one of the easier ones that I've done, and people have had a bit of a struggle with this, so it was kind of ironic, and it was great that it happened early. Cheeto Stain. This is one of the later ones I got. This is one of the more annoying ones too because it has very many spread moves. Took about like 50 something. Nothing really memorable about it. Just was annoying. Robin, another genie. This one was the best, my favorite of the 3, so it was named after the best genie, Robin Williams. Rest in peace. So yeah, again, nothing memorable about it other than it's a genie, and it was just one of the last ones I had. Then we got Butter. Oh, so shout out to Buttercup if you're watching. If not, go check her out. She does shiny hunting as well. I was watching one of her streams about a year ago from today, and shiny hunting this at the time, and I was like, oh hey, because we were just like talking about shiny hunts, and I was like, I'll name it after you, because I was like, I don't know what to catch it in. She's like, oh, put it in an Ultra Ball, which I did, as you can see. And I was like, okay, I'll name it after you then. I don't really know what else to name it. So that's the name of it. It took like 100 and something encounters, 110 to 120, something like that. Yeah. We got Bambi. Bad story behind this. I hated hunting this thing so much because Geomancy would be only one turn. So it would just wipe everything, which is really annoying if you're trying to hunt this thing. Luckily, it only took 33 encounters, which was great. Oh no, it took like 20. Rayquaza took 33. They were back-to-back. Like, not back-to-back shinies, but back-to-back, like the consecutive is what I should have worded it as. Also, sorry for shaky cam. I'm just tired and still in disbelief. And because I was so mad at it, I named it Bambi because it's a deer. 2, I wish it got shot. But yeah, it took about 20 encounters, and then we go to the next page. We got Bacon Burb. Oh, Bacon Burb. So this one took 40 encounters total. And so number 1, first shiny legendary I ever got in Dynamax Adventures. Number 2, first shiny I got period in Dynamax Adventures. And this is what set the journey. This is the very first shiny legendary I got, and then set the journey. Thanks to my not my Discord server, but the Discord server for helping me, Nia, Beryl, and a couple, Seji, a couple other ones that I'm not remembering right now that helped me with this. But thank you guys. It's been a while. This is the finale. This is the last one, and the name explains exactly what I'm feeling. It's obviously well known to be the most hardest one because it has it's got 2 spread moves that hit everything, and it has 2 stages, so that doesn't help either. But this is the last one I got, and it's the end of my journey. I need to level up because it's the only one that's on level 100 because I haven't done it yet, but it just feels weird having it ending. But yeah, this took like 100 and something encounters. It was over odds, which I was a little annoyed about, but it's whatever. I got it. Koka. Nothing really memorable about this one, to be honest. I just got it, named it, and that was it. I think it took about 60 something encounters. Tapu Lele. Same kind of deal as Tapu Koko. Not really memorable. I remember getting it and naming it Pawns because Lele Pawns. But oh, actually, I do remember something about this. I was doing it with an old friend from a Discord server, and we ended up getting a lot of double. I actually got 2 double shinies, so there's 4 chances of getting a shiny at the end. I got 2, but you can only take home 1. I got that twice hunting this thing, which was kind of annoying, but I got it, and that's all that matters. Next we got this guy. I'm not gonna say the name because reasons, but the name is implied. My least favorite of the 3 out of the 4 Tapus, specifically because of Dynamax Adventures, and it just basically, to sum it up, every time I face this thing, it would use every single move possible that'd be doing either the most amount of damage or super effective damage on whatever was on the field. So it was just annoying right away. It wouldn't even hesitate. Like normally it's like the AI is meh, but this thing's AI was like built different. Tsunami. This is the one with Dialga. So I went hunting this thing 40 straight encounters with no shinies. And then I got this one on exactly 40. And then I got Combuskin 4 encounters later, and then Dialga 4 encounters after that. Tsunami, again, 40 encounters. Oh, I forgot this one, Lele Pawns was like 60, 70 encounters. Tapu Bulu was like 50-ish, and Tsunami was exactly 40. Solon, funny story about this one too. Different streamer, Chem Nation, shout out to him if you're watching. If not, go check him out. He does shiny hunting, and he's a really cool dude as well. It's also Canadian, sick as, which is really cool as well. But he was doing this hunt on one of his streams, and I joined in, and I saved the path, and I went hunting on my own, and I went 27 encounters for this thing, and I didn't phase once on it. And I kind of in his Discord server, I was like, you know how you're hunting that? He's like, yeah. I was like, yeah, I kind of got it now after, thank you, by the way. So it was kind of funny, kind of ironic. But yeah, Bloodbat, ooh. This is another one of the OGs. Lunala and Yveltal are the 2 OGs. And there's another one I'm going to get to after this. But these are the 2 OGs that kicked off the journey. This one was the second one I did. And the most memorable because it took like 42 encounters, and it was the one where I started to memorize all of some movesets from them, like what would be the best Pokemon because of movesets, what moves they actually have, and so on. This is when I discovered that Obstagoon and Alolan Dugtrio are absurdly broken in this. But yeah, 42 encounters, one of my favorites because it's the OG, but yeah. We got Blobby. This one, nothing really memorable or special about it. Just an Ultra Beast took like 115 count or something like that. But yeah, so that's that one. That's Nihiligo. Banner took like, so I went off and on for this thing. By that I mean, like I would do it for about 40 encounters, switch to something else, come back. After getting that shiny, do it for another 40, switch to something else, come back, and then I switched the third time, came back, and it got it in 2 encounters. So I'm not quite sure how many encounters total. I'm gonna say 82, but I could be wrong. Nothing really memorable about this one other than the fact that I got it, and Kendall, again, if you're watching, miss you, man, but also Sucker, I got this one, and he was pretty mad about it. Disco Girl, this one was like 22 encounters, something like that. This was pretty fast. The name is obviously implied, but nothing really memorable about that one, other than, again, it was an Ultra Beast that my old friend Kendall was hunting, and I got it before him. Blue Thunder, same situation. This has actually hit my old friend's Kendall's favorite Pokemon at the time, so I let him name it, and he named it Blue Thunder. And this one was in like 12 or 13 encounters. It was really fast because it really pissed him off. I remember that specifically. We got Addison, the Celesteela. The name is obviously after the Addison rocket. Nothing memorable about this one. 60 encounters, something like that. I got Papercut the Kartana, 42 encounters, something like that. Again, nothing memorable, just a quick one. Chester, the Gust Lord. Typically, Ultra Beasts are not memorable for me, but this one in particular was, for 2 reasons in particular. One, the name. I just love it. But secondly, this one was my longest hunt for encounters wise, like encounter count wise. It was the one that didn't shine the most. I think it took like 280, something like that, grand total. So it was the most annoying one. This one. This is the one that finally made me decide we're hunting them all and we're not stopping until we've hunted them all. This is the story I wanted to get to about the Ho-Oh, what I was saying before. Barrel, man, again, sorry for this, but me and my friend Barrel, we were planning to hunt this, planning to hunt Ho-Oh together, and we joined and it wasn't working, so we ended up doing a random on accident, and it was Necrozma, and we got to the end, and I was like, I was joking and said, watch me get this shiny first encounter, and it was shiny first encounter. So this is the fastest one I've ever done, and it was on accident as well, so which is funny to me. We got Candy, the Blacephalon. Nothing really memorable about this. 80-ish encounters. And same thing with Emmett the Stack Attack that. Same thing, not really memorable, 80 encounters. And then, yeah, that is all. Thank you to everybody that's helped me with all of my Dynamax adventures over the past 3 years. I couldn't have done it without a lot of you. But yeah, it's the end of my journey, and I really don't know what to say. Like, I really don't have, like, there's reason to come back and get the Swords of Justice, the remaining 2, Cobalion and Terrakion, but I don't have any other reason to come back to this game anymore, and it's frustrating for me because Dynamax Adventures was the one game. Oh, I'll quick show you also. There's all my phases for Zygarde, or the ones that I kept track of anyways. There's probably a lot more. And there's all my phases for Tornadus, was the second last one before Zygarde. But this is what I would do in the background of schoolwork. This is what I would do in the background of almost anything. It was the relaxing shiny hunt that I would do whenever I wanted to relax and just shiny hunt something. And now that it's over, it just, I don't know, it doesn't feel right to me because I don't have anything until the new DLC for Scarlet and Violet come out to hunt more shiny legends, so I gotta wait for that and see if I can do something similar. But anyways, again, thank you to everybody that's helped me shiny hunt these over the years. Cannot have done it without you guys. You guys are all legends. But yeah, that's about it. This is the end of my journey. Thank you.